Hello and welcome back. I apologize, my recorder ran out of time in the last video, so I'm just going to re-record this last little bit of section 2.2, which is on the difference quotient of a function. This formula describing the a difference quotient essentially relates to the slope of a function, which is how fast the function is going to be increasing or decreasing. This is a very important concept in calculus, so if you do plan on going forward to calculus, this is an important concept. But for the moment, we're just going to look at how to compute this. So you just evaluate f of x plus h, we'll subtract f of x, and we'll divide the whole thing by h. So let's look at it. Let's look at an example. So we're going to find the difference quotient of f of x is equal to negative 2 times x squared plus x plus 5. So the first order of business is always to write down exactly what f of x plus h is. This is the first thing that we want to do. So when I write this down, this would be negative 2 times the input squared. Well, now the input is going to be x plus h squared plus x, plus the input, which is going to be x plus h plus 5. So when we come back up to our formula, we've got f of x plus h minus f of x all divided by h. So I'm just going to focus on this top bit for now. We've found f of x plus h. Let's simplify f of x plus h minus f of x. So we focus on that. This will be f of x plus h minus f of x. I can write this whole thing down again. So this is going to be negative 2x plus h squared plus x plus h plus 5. And I'm going to subtract f of x, which is this guy. So negative 2x squared plus x plus 5. So let's start simplifying this guy. Out front, we've got minus 2 times x plus h quantity squared. So when I square a binomial, I've got a nice formula. It's the first thing squared, plus 2 times xh plus h squared. I'll add this next bit, plus 5. And now, since I'm subtracting this whole thing, I'm going to distribute the negative sign. So negative 2 x squared, the negative signs will cancel out. Negative plus x is minus x. And negative 5 is going to be negative 5. So far, so good. And now I'll start noticing some things. So since I'm adding x plus h, and all I'm doing is adding, it doesn't matter if I have parentheses in here. So there's a couple of things that cancel right away. I have a plus x and a minus x, and a plus 5 and a minus 5. So let's distribute the negative 2 here. So I've got negative 2 times x squared, negative 2 times 2x h, so this is going to be minus 4 x h, and then a negative 2 times this last term. I have a plus h here, and a plus 2 x squared, and we'll notice that more things cancel. We have a negative 2x squared and a positive 2x squared. So what I have here, minus 4xh minus 2h squared plus h. And because I know what's going to come next, I'm going to simplify this just a little bit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out an h. There's an h in each one of these terms. So if I pull an h out of the first term, I've got just a minus 4x left over. In this next term, I've got a minus 2h, and in this last term, I have a plus 1. So I have h times something. And why did I pull out that h? Well, the difference quotients difference quotient is going to be this thing divided by h. Well, I can just cancel an h now, and it makes it a lot simpler. So the difference quotient is going to be f of x plus h minus f of x all over h. This top bit, we've found f of x plus h minus f of x. We simplified to this down here. So this is going to be h times negative 4x minus 2h plus 1. And all this is over h, and cancel, cancel, minus 4x minus 2h plus 1. This is my difference quotient. It's just following the formula, and there's not a whole lot more to it than that.